Today I'll be checking out and breaking down a cover of Michael Jackson's Human Nature. This is by Jan's Collective Live featuring Josh Babu. I was sent this and I'm going to go check it out. Please remember that this is a reaction and an analysis, so I will be pausing and talking about the vocals. Let's get to it. Oh my gosh.
Looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window, sweet seducing sighs.
Whoa, okay. Really cool effects, like in his vocal delivery. What we're hearing here from our featured solo artist here, Josh Babu, just how he introduces the song, you know, with the lyrics that we know. There is a lot happening beforehand, though. I love how the melody that we know is, we hear it on the flute there come forward, but before that we get this really quick shimmer on the strings, on the violins, like little like pitter patters almost, just creating this buzz feel, this hype feel, while we get this beautiful piano melody. And we get that rise in the wind instruments as well. What's really interesting there as well is that the flute is actually playing on straight tones. So rather than going on a vibrato and letting that shimmer between the two notes, we're just playing lovely and straight. So whilst there's a lot of movement happening, the melody, which then we're going to hear differently when the lead singer comes forward, but here, when we're first introduced to the melody in this arrangement, it's just beautifully and soft and straight. And connected, that legato feels beautiful. I love that, it's like rain. And then we do something really lovely here, is that we build it up. We hear each instrument kind of be a bit more introduced as we're layering it, stacking it higher and higher. So it builds up momentum. It has that kind of arpeggio up and down the piano, that raindrop feel. It just builds. It's very light, it's very major, it's happy. It's just got this lovely, just joyful feel to it. And then we get most of the instruments cut out when we get Josh Babu's first entrance here with a looking out, which he offers a lot of breath in his vocals. There's not full vocal fold closure, so again, he's bringing the mist. There's a lot of breath coming through. And this is, as we could see there as well, shot Abbey Road, so it's lovely.
Looking out
that breath after.
across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window.
I love her. We go into that. Everything else has been quite uplifting. This is the first time we get a little bit of like a, ooh, something maybe a little bit more of a spicier chord underlay. It's just really lovely. And we hear his vocal lines, Josh's vocal lines get a little bit more fuller here. We're getting a bit much more full vocal fold closure. So the vocal folds are connecting much more now. So we're creating much more of a fuller feel of a sound.
Shake my window.
It's still really light though. We could see, hear her voice, how we jump on the different intervals, and it's a different melody than what we're used to, but it's so light and jumpy and free. We need to make sure we're not causing any heaviness, not pushing the vocal folds to come together, just naturally letting them vibrate to create that clear sound. It's beautiful. And we can also hear that ascending, that rise in the strings, still on that, like just really busy, but soft in the background.
Hear her voice shake my window. Sweet seducing sighs get me out into the nighttime. Four walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite.
He's got such lovely control of his voice. I love how we're really using dynamics here to create that suspension. He's really swelling on some notes and drawing it back as well, just creating dynamics and making it soft there.
It's just an apple.
It happened on the first verse, and now it's happened here again on that last line, that distortion come through, that little roughness, rasp in his voice, and it's really, really lovely, just allowing that to come through. This isn't a painful sound. It's not the vocal folds where I'm talking. That's our true vocal folds. That isn't where this ingredient, this tone is made. It happens just above, and it's just enough so we get that rasp and not to the point that it's hurting ourselves. His phrasing here as well, where before we had that breath, here we're much fuller, so we're focusing more on a plucky staccato, get me out. Sometimes he's coming off of the note really quick, sometimes he holds the two words together. The get, there's a stop, there's almost like a pause, not a breath, but a break in that phrasing, and a me out, he keeps together. So it's creating this suspense as well with his vocal delivery.
Get me out,
yeah, that vibrato there.
into the nighttime. Four walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that repeat was really lovely. I want to hear that build again. That was beautiful. Chills. I love how the first half of that verse went back to kind of being a bit quiet, and we really heard just the beautiful vocals there from Josh. I love, there's a bit wise, it could be sung multiple ways, but there's a bit of a spread in his mouth position. Why? And we had this before, actually. There's a lovely smile. There's a lovely bright quality to his vocal delivery. He's also doing like a bit of finger trills, which is matching where his vibrato is. It's beautifully placed. He's not landing on a note the same way each time, and it's really thought through. It's really connected to where he wants it to go. It's beautiful.
If they say why, tell them that it's human
straight away
nature.
there.
Why does he do me that way? If they say
even there, does he do me that way? There's a slight crescendo on the word way, so everything is just so precise to the small fractions.
Why does he do me that way?
And that slight rasp in there again.
Why? Tell them that it's human
I love
nature.
how the instrumentation comes in there with him.
Does he do me that way?
God, that flute there had the kind of shimmer what we had with the strings earlier. Ah, nice.
Reaching out to touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. Yeah. See that girl? She knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say,
oh my goodness, he's got beautiful raspiness, just qualities throughout. We're hearing a lot more of this now. It's almost kind of going to the point where it could just escape and be uncontrollable, but he's holding it in a place that he feels most controlled. It's so beautiful because we enjoy it. We can hear, we can see as well visually how much he's enjoying it, but just it's a beautiful sound that's coming out. It's wonderful. There's much more of a rhythmic kind of, very influenced, of course, by Michael Jackson, the original, but just he's bringing a lot more of those in between the phrases now.
reaching out.
The lines itself have become much more clearer, much more with that full vocal fold closure. We're getting that sound a lot fuller. So in the gaps, there's these rhythmic like outsides that are purposely put there for a reason. It feels it's part of that rhythm section. Something else that I'm hearing a lot more here, because we've got much more of a full vocal fold closure delivery straight away rather than that breathy nature, we're getting much more, many more glottal onset. So this is when, the vocal folds come together, we get that sound straight away.
Electric eyes are
Gives much more of an abrupt entrance to the phrase, much more of a staccato, plucky, like escape there, rather than it be breathy or smooth.
yeah. See that girl? She knows I'm watching.
Oh,
She likes the way I stare. If they say why? Just tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? If they say why? Just tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way?
I love where they land on that way and it becomes this big epic kind of feel. I thought there was some R's happening in the background, and we got a shot there of the ensemble behind him, the backing vocalist behind him, which just create another layer of awesomeness behind this. Is beautiful. Yeah, this continuous rasp distortion sound is happening throughout a little bit more. It's quite a bit more constantly than before. It's just beautiful. It's a lovely way of singing. There's a lovely freedom. He's also doing the echo wise as well. There's some really lovely stabs hitting on the drums as well. I love that first section. There's almost a gap and a push on the wise. Does he do me that way section? It's beautiful.
Does he do me that way?
There's just subtle things changing and adding in the instrumentation, which again builds that energy up.
Just tell them that it's human nature.
This one.
Why does he do me that way? If they say why?
Such a lovely
Just tell them
distorted
that it's
sound.
human nature. Why does he do me that way?
Oh, something there that he did there. He did it earlier, but now was much, because he's a little bit, he's fuller here than what he was before. Does he do me? He's changing the does to a bit more of a z sound.
Does he do me that way?
Just pop your hands on your waist to go z, z. You can really feel that connection, right? As opposed to s, s. You could still do it, but z has much more of a connection. So he's using his mouth sounds to anchor and support his way through this phrase much more. It becomes much more, again, rhythmic. We're hearing this a lot more in the verse as well. Does he do me that? And it kind of just brings those two together much smoother.
I like living this way. I like loving this way. Why? Yeah.
I love this song so much. Yes.
Looking out across.
We need to hear that again. Okay, that was a lovely section there, though. I love those repeating. Each time just gets bigger and bigger and just rising. We hear that bubbling up, and there's some lovely ad-libs as well. When we are getting higher in our range, I'm talking about obviously the lead singer here, Josh, when he's getting higher, we want to maintain, in this sense, maintain a full sound, that much more of a chest-dominant feel. And if we're getting higher, the vocal folds are stretching out, thinning out. That's how we achieve a higher note. So a way that we can maintain that nice and full is just get a little bit more of a mixy quality. We can stretch up our thicker folds up there, which he is doing, but we don't want to just be reaching, especially when he's also including tools like rasp, right? That's naturally in there. I feel like, it's a lovely, unique sprinkle that he has on top, and it sounds wonderful. But yeah, as we are hitting these higher notes, we need to make sure that we're still grounded. So just having that support. We're seeing lots of arm movements as well. This is wonderful, because if we were standing still, we're just leaving a lot to this. We need to make sure that we're feeling engaged. I love this song. So much the fact that I want to do a cover myself. Let me know what you think in the comments below, because I love it. I love singing this one.
Looking out
Ha! I love that hit. Woo!
The city's heart begins to beat, reaching out.
Oh, da 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 da. I love, again, like different stabs from different instruments as well. Before it was much more of the drums. Now we're having more of the brass section take on that rhythmic stab staccato feel. It's beautiful. We had a lovely crescendo moment there with the brass. It kind of introduces that they are maybe the featured instrument in this verse. It's really nice. A lovely shot of the percussionist as well here as well, just bringing that lovely rhythm feel. The way it's written as well, the verses have that, it complements the rhythm section very well in the song, in most of Michael Jackson's songs, to be fair, but this song, it calls for that. So I love that there's these ad-libs coming out from him as well, like these hits. It just emphasizes that feeling much more.
Across the morning,
I love this.
Heart begins to beat.
And he holds on to that top note a bit.
I touch a shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. Oh, why? Just tell him that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? If they say why.
Oh yeah, there's lots of different stabs here. Now we had, I think, the strings following him on the melody, whereas before we had the piano, and now the brass are kind of doing we had like a bump, 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 like a triplet there, rather than the 2 pushes that we had with the drums and the chorus before. So I love how we're swapping it around, even though we're so focused on the beautiful delivery from our lead vocalist. The orchestra behind just sound awesome. It's just wonderful. The conductor as well is doing it has such a positive energy in this room. I love it. The more we go through this song, the more we're hearing riffs and runs and just wonderful decorative notes around the melody, making it his own, but also just showing the wonderful agility of his voice. When we descend and we hit these low notes, he's offering a much more of a breathier tone on these lower notes to again, so it's not, even though we've built up and we are much fuller overall here, we still want to create dynamics. We still want to have soft notes.
I touch a shoulder.
Light and dark, create those shades throughout. So that's what he's doing here at the very end. We hear it kind of not disappearing, that we can't hear it, but just softens it up a little bit at those lower notes.
I'm dreaming of the street. Oh,
I love how he lands on that.
Just tell him that it's human nature. Why?
And then I wanted to talk about this. Why? There's a beautiful moment of escape of the breath right at the very top. So this is much more of a falsetto feel because it's not full head voice, thin fold contact. We're allowing that breath to come through. And then we almost like snap back to that thicker fold, the chest voice. Wah! And it's beautiful. Like sometimes we want to disguise that and we want to maybe strengthen that section and bring, mix in some qualities a bit more so we don't hear that. But this is purposely put there so it makes us go, whoa. It's really lovely. It's like that break in the voice. It's really raw.
Why does he do me that way? If they say why?
Oh,
just tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? If they say
sorry, do me that way. Again, same sort of principle here where some notes are up high and they're much breathier, and then we hear that yodel flip almost back. It's a beautiful technique to do. It's a beautiful thing to show because as well he's changing the melody lines a little bit here, so showing something different. He's really making this song his own and throwing that grit still, so having those vulnerable moments of breath escape. It's another emotion to send out here. It sounds so good.
Why? Just tell him that it's human nature.
That cry on his voice.
Why does he do me that way? If they say why does he do me that? Tell him that it's human. Why does he do me that way? Why does he do me that? Tell him that it's human. Why does he do me that way?
Oh, there's some really raspiness sounds coming out of his voice right there. I love why. The first note. Again, so much breath. There's hardly any contact with the vocal. There's a little bit to get that note come through in the tone, but otherwise it's so much breath. When we're playing with breathier vocals, we just need to watch out that it can air out our vocal folds. Keep hydrated. Keep on top of it. He's also shown that he doesn't always do that as well. I think it's purposely put there to create that lovely sound, that lovely feel, and it also mixes in with everyone really well. We're having lovely backing vocals come through here as well in this section as we build.
Why does he do me that? Tell him that it's
There's so much joy.
Why does he do me that?
So that was a, yeah. Oh my God, it's going to be passed to the sax. I cannot deal. This is, I love the movement, swapping. It started off with the flute, that section. Now, okay, anyway, here's when we go on to those sections, and even the why when we fall down. This is what I was saying, how like before it was breathy, and he is able to make that contact with the vocal fold, sorry, there in that thin quality, because here we're getting much more of a clearer sound up at the top. Not bringing any heaviness, just allowing the vocal folds to be lovely and thin. There's a little bit, when we want to increase the resistance in the vocal folds to make that tone, that sound, especially when we're up high because there's less of the vocal folds touching, we just want to increase that resistance. So that whiny feel will help us. So when we're hearing that wah, wah, we're hearing a lot of those sounds up there, just softly put there. You can actually see it in his face as well. And that breath right at the very end. Like, look at the tongue positions, beautiful. Oh. And with the piano playing around as well. You could see them clapping, but we can't hear it. Yes, clap though. The that diminuendo at the very end, where we just everyone closes in, like that's them doing it. It's not someone like it feels there's so much control. I love the pairing. The strings kind of went back to it felt like a smoother version of what they were doing at the beginning because we are wrapping up the song. So it's a beautiful dialogue between the instruments at the very end. And I love that actually we ended like that rather than maybe a big vocal finish. I think it was really smart to see because we've had it been passed through the instruments, the tune. And I love how there was almost like a counter melody on top of the melody that we do know on the sax from the piano. And then they kind of join together sometimes. It was beautiful. I have been singing this song anyway, so I'm going to be singing it some more. What a fab arrangement, performance, video, and his vocals. I want to know more. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please do go and hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and a thumbs up button. Make sure to go check me out over on Patreon as well. And please do go and check out my own original music over on Spotify or wherever you listen to music. I will see you very soon for some more videos. See you soon. Bye.